A strange presence in the middle of an Indian military facility has made soldiers shocked and puzzled. What would you do if a grown-up tiger appeared at your military base? That was the dilemma confronting a squad of soldiers in India who were perplexed by the tiger's regular visits to their gates. Was it hungry? Was it attempting to break into their base? Fear gripped the soldiers, prompting their captain to seek the assistance of a zoologist. The zoologist discovered something unexpected. The tiger was not a threat, but was trying to communicate something important. So a group of soldiers embarked on a perilous mission into the jungle, following the tiger's lead. They discovered something both startling and uplifting. Watch the video to learn more about this extraordinary story of human-animal contact. At the military facility, there is an unusual tiger. Every day, like clockwork, a full-grown tiger would appear at the gates of the Indian military base. Its powerful presence was impossible to ignore as it paced slowly, growling softly, and attempting to catch the attention of the soldiers stationed within. The soldiers, trained for combat and ready to face any adversary, found themselves at a loss when confronted with this unexpected visitor. While the soldiers possessed the skills and courage to face human foes, the prospect of battling a formidable tiger was not something they had ever prepared for. Some among them had grown up in villages where they had encountered tigers in the wild, and those encounters had not always been pleasant. The memories of those encounters lingered, fueling their fears and adding an air of uncertainty to the situation. Questions buzzed through the camp like a swarm of bees. Why did the tiger come to the military base every day? Was it searching for food, eyeing the soldiers as potential prey? Or was it attempting to find a way to breach the fence and infiltrate the base? Fear and speculation grew, casting a shadow over the soldiers' daily routines. To resolve this enigma, the squad commander decided to seek assistance from a zoologist in the nearby town. With a glimmer of hope, the soldiers clung to the belief that this expert would shed light on the mysterious tiger's intentions and help alleviate their mounting anxiety. The arrival of the zoologist at the military base brought a mix of surprise and relief to the soldiers. They had hoped that this expert would be able to unravel the mystery behind the tiger's daily visits. The zoologist, aware of the urgency and the soldiers' growing concerns, immediately set out to observe the tiger's movements, determined to find a resolution to the perplexing situation. For 2 long days, the zoologist meticulously watched the tiger's behavior, noting its interactions with the surroundings and the soldiers. As the puzzle pieces slowly fell into place, a daring conclusion began to take shape in the zoologist's mind. The tiger was not a threat. It was attempting to communicate something important, something that had been lost in translation. Armed with his newfound understanding, the zoologist approached the squad commander to share the findings. The commander, initially skeptical of seeking assistance from a zoologist, listened intently as the expert explained the tiger's intentions. The zoologist assured the commander that the tiger posed no immediate danger, but rather sought the soldiers' attention. With a glimmer of hope, the zoologist requested a few hours to devise a plan to address the situation. The commander, torn between his duty to protect his soldiers and the possibility of a peaceful resolution, agreed to allow the zoologist to present a solution. In the meantime, word spread throughout the military base about the zoologist's presence and their request for assistance. Many soldiers, driven by a sense of duty and curiosity, volunteered to join the zoologist in tracking down the tiger. The commander, apprehensive about risking his soldiers' lives for the opinion of a supposed expert, carefully considered the situation. The zoologist, aware of the commander's concerns, gathered a group of volunteers and addressed them with the utmost sincerity. They explained the risks involved in venturing into the dense and lush jungle, emphasizing the importance of maintaining calmness and composure to successfully navigate the unknown terrain and follow the tiger's lead. The soldiers, inspired by the zoologist's conviction and the possibility of unraveling the mystery, embraced the challenge before them. They understood that this mission was not just about the tiger, but about discovering a deeper connection with nature and humanity. As the group prepared to embark on this perilous journey, they armed themselves not with weapons, but with knowledge and empathy. They understood that their purpose was not to confront the tiger, but to establish a line of communication, to bridge the gap between their world and untamed wilderness. With the zoologist as their guide and the tiger's presence as their compass, the soldiers set foot into the heart of the jungle. Each step was taken with caution, their senses heightened, and their hearts filled with a mixture of trepidation and determination. With the rising sun casting a warm glow over the jungle, the soldiers prepared themselves for the day ahead. Equipped with guns, supplies, and a newfound sense of determination, they eagerly awaited the arrival of the tiger that had captivated their attention for so long. As if sensing their presence, the tiger emerged from the dense foliage, its golden stripes glistening in the morning light. The soldiers held their breath, ready to follow the majestic creature's lead. The tiger, seemingly unperturbed by their presence, continued on its path, and the soldiers maintained a safe distance, careful not to disturb its natural rhythm. Nightfall brought a different kind of challenge. The soldiers set up camp, their weary bodies yearning for rest, yet their commitment to the mission unwavering. In turn, they kept watch, scanning the surroundings for any potential threats that might lurk in the darkness. The night passed with a mix of anticipation and wariness, each soldier driven by the shared goal of uncovering the truth behind the tiger's mysterious visits. As the first rays of dawn pierced through the canopy, the soldiers stirred from their slumber, eager to resume their pursuit. However, the tiger was nowhere to be seen, leaving the group disheartened and doubting the zoologist's tracking skills. They traced the tiger tracks leading to a nearby river, their worry mounting as they speculated whether tiger had swum across the other side. Suddenly, a flicker of movement caught their attention. There, further upriver, stood the majestic tiger, its presence reaffirming their belief in the zoologist's expertise. Determined to continue the chase, the soldiers scoured the area for a safe path to cross the river, their eyes never leaving the tiger's watchful gaze. With careful precision, they found a suitable crossing point, and, one by one, the soldiers made their way to the opposite bank. As they closed in on the tiger, their hearts pounding with anticipation, they noticed the creature retreating upstream, leading them deeper into uncharted territory. Intrigued and undeterred, the soldiers followed the tiger's lead, their footsteps blending with the rhythm of the jungle. As they neared, they noticed a peculiar formation of rocks near where the tiger had stood moments before. Curiosity piqued, two soldiers cautiously approached, their eyes widening as they discovered a small cavity hidden beneath the surface. With the zoologist's guidance, the soldiers carefully removed the rocks, revealing a hidden cavern. The zoologist, armed with a flashlight, directed its beam into the darkness, and, to their astonishment, 4 eyes stared back at them. 2 tiger cubs, trapped and vulnerable, had been silently pleading for help all along. Realizing the urgency of the situation, the zoologist swiftly instructed the soldiers on the delicate process of freeing the cubs. With utmost care, they worked together, removing rocks one by one, creating a pathway to rescue the trapped younglings. As the last obstacle was removed, the soldiers witnessed a heartwarming sight. It turned out that the cub's mother was a female tiger who had left her offspring to hunt but was unable to return to them due to floodwaters eroding the cave. The soldiers pulled the cubs out and placed them far from the river. As they witnessed a roar, they realized the mother was nearby and eager to see her cubs. The soldiers retreated and watched as the mother reunited with her cubs. The soldiers departed once they saw the mother and cubs were safe and happy. The camp celebrated their victory and thanked the zoologist. The soldiers knew the mother and her cubs were doing well, as the tiger did not return to the camp again. The incident had witnessed the power of unity, empathy, and collective action, and they vowed to carry the spirit with them in all aspects of their lives. It had become a symbol of human-animal interaction, and had brought the community together in a shared sense of responsibility for wildlife conservation. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching.